Hello, Gemini. How y'all doing? It's now time to go ahead and bust out your May reading, May 2023 for Gemini. If you would like to find the information on how to schedule a personal reading, please check the description of this video. You can find everything in the description of the video, my social media, Facebook, Instagram. I also have a course on how to read the tarot, where I break down my method of reading. Also, don't forget to go over there and subscribe to High Vibe TV. For those of you who have been asking about manifestation, I'm going to be doing a whole series on manifestation over there on High Vibe TV. So be sure you go over here, go ahead over there and check that out if you're interested. All right, let's jump into this. Quick past, present, future. Real quick past, present, future for Gemini. This is a brand new deck too, so I got to wake it up. This is the first reading I've done with it. Okay, the Five of Swords. Some of y'all might have connected with somebody who had ulterior motives in the past. Okay. It was a codependency connection. Yeah, some of you may have jumped into an emotional codependency connection with somebody who had ulterior motives. Yeah, at some point in the past, it was either right when y'all first connected, or I just really don't think that you were ever really able to fully trust this person as much as you thought you were. Not fully. You know what? I think this person, they may have, for some of you, this person may have reconnected with their ex. Yeah, okay. This could have been a third-party situation in the past for some of you. Now, if you don't have rock-solid evidence of that, don't take that and run with it. Either way, though, I still think this person was still in love with their ex. This feels like one of those types of connections where, again, it was an emotional codependency connection, meaning they mainly got with you not for an actual emotional connection, but to fill a void in their own heart. You know, and when we lay that as the foundation, it becomes kind of selfish and one-sided. Like, it's not about you. It's about me. I have a void in my heart. I have a wound that I'm trying to put a Band-Aid on. I'm trying to distract myself from some pain. So it's mainly about me. It's mainly about me and my feelings, you know? So some of you could have connected with somebody at the workplace too. But yeah, I'm thinking that whatever it was that went wrong between the two of you had to do with the fact that there were ulterior motives. This person had ulterior motives. And even if it was something long-term, I kind of feel like they maintained ulterior motives up until the point of separation. I don't think you were ever able to fully 100% trust them. Okay, so creeping up into the current moment, though, you're kind of starting to let your guard down a little bit. I think this person has attempted to get your attention, but you either blatantly ignored it or you just never noticed. So I don't think they're doing that anymore. I don't think so. You're actually coming out of a period of change. You've been in a dormancy period of gestation and change, and you're coming out of that right now. So that's all that's telling me. That's kind of boring, isn't it? Woo! Creeping up into the future, though. Yes, creeping up into the future. Something actually successful is coming in. But I also think that you're going to be tested. You're going to be tested. I think there will be a window of opportunity for you and the past person to reconnect. And for those of you who pass the test, something actually successful will be able to make its way in. For those of you who fail the test, you'll repeat the cycle. Okay. Could be a Pisces for some of you. Who else do I have? I just got Pisces. That's it. Okay. Well, let's look and see, how's the past person feel about Gemini? What's their energy look like? Energy, feelings, intentions. So they're trying to move on from this, but I think they're having a bit more of a difficult time moving on than they've been letting on. Hang on. See, death reversed. See, they haven't had the easy time moving on from this like they've been letting on. Not really. I feel like they've been wanting to break the silence. So they've more than likely done little things to try to poke you and get your attention. They still keep an eye on you. They still check up on you, see what's going on with you. They've attempted to get your attention. But again, I don't know if you were blatantly ignoring that and not responding to that on purpose, or if it just never really hit your radar. I don't know. I can't really tell. It's not telling me. I guess take it however it resonates. For those of you who are sitting back there wondering what I'm talking about, like, what is he talking about? Then I guess it just never even hit your radar. But, like posting things directed towards you, for example, and maybe either A, you don't even look at what they're posting, or B, you just didn't realize it was about you. Or here's a good one. Say, for example, and this is just an example, your best friend is a cashier at the gas station, and they just have to go get gas when they know your friend's working, hoping that your friend comes to you saying, oh, you won't believe who I saw at work today. You see what I'm saying? Doing little things to try to get your attention, but it seems like it hasn't worked. So I kind of feel like they're getting over that. They're not really waiting around on this anymore. Not really, but they still keep an eye on you and they still check up on you, but that's about it. That's about it. All right, are they taking any action? Is there going to be any kind of outcome here? Any actions or outcome? Let's see. Wheel of Fortune. No. Oh. Fool card reversed. Or the Fool card upright. Hang on. There's that Nine of Wands reversed again. So I feel like eventually, in the coming future, I feel like they are just going to go ahead and come forward, honestly. I feel like they're going to ding in your inbox one of these days. Yup. And it's funny. Didn't this already come out for y'all? I could have swore this already came out. It's funny. You talk to them again, and you're going to realize it's just not the same. It's just not the same. It's not quite what it once was. It's just not. It doesn't even feel the same anymore. So whatever it was that happened between the two of you put a permanent dent in the connection. I think the majority of you are going to finally be able to close this karmic cycle out, put it to rest, and move forward. Yep, you're standing up for yourself, holding back, resisting temptation. Because you're going to see, it's going to be clear. I can't really explain in words how you're going to know. You're just going to know. You've been evolving and growing, and they have not. And there's not really words that I can put behind what that feels like whenever you have been growing, evolving, and changing. And very frequently, whenever we go through a period of growth and evolution, it's not uncommon for us to get trapped in our own little bubble world. And it may not feel like we're making the progress that we're making until you see someone from your past. It's kind of like, you ever go to the gym? You ever start going to the gym and you dedicate yourself to going to the gym, and it doesn't feel like you're making much progress. You know, it doesn't, every day you come home, you look in the mirror, it doesn't look like much is happening until you're scrolling Facebook and a picture of you pops up from last year. And you're like, God damn, I was fat. Same thing. It's the same thing. You may not realize how much growth and evolution you've been doing until you talk to this person again and you see that they haven't changed. And you're like, oh, shit. You're still sitting in the same spot. You're still doing the same old shit. And I think you're going to be able to really, really put this to rest a lot easier than you think. I don't think that needs any advice. I don't think so. That sounds pretty damn solid. And a situation like that, just let it roll and let it flow naturally. It'll unfold by itself. There's not a whole lot you need to figure out. You'll see it. It'll be blatantly obvious, All right, let's look at the next person coming in. The next person who's actually due to come in. It does not necessarily mean that this is your love interest. Not necessarily. There's probably a lot of you out there who are interested in somebody who you don't even have a soul contract with. Let's see. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, boom, boom. But make no mistake about it. If you are interested in somebody, there is a soul connection. So I don't want to mislead you on that. There's always a soul connection, but you all may not have a contract. That makes sense? All right. Anyway, let's see. Oh, Page of Swords in the reverse. Man, you be all up on their social media and shit all the time, don't you? I think it's somebody you already know. I don't know if that's you stalking them or them stalking you. This might be an interest. I think somebody here is already currently interested. I can't tell if it's you or them. Let me see. Hang on. So yeah, this may not be random. It could be somebody at the workplace. Okay. Yeah. No, I think this is them. Okay, so I don't think this is somebody that you would suspect with the Queen of Cups in the reverse there. Not really somebody you would suspect. Again, for some of you, and I know this isn't everybody, but I think for a good, decent number of you, it's going to be somebody at the workplace. Can you see that? Somebody at the workplace that you may not even suspect. You may walk past them and say what's up every day, but you never really thought about them that way. But I think they're interested in you, but you just can't really tell. They're not really acting all that interested in you, especially if it's somebody at the workplace. King of Cups, reverse, King of Pentacles. Okay, it could be a Cancer for some of you. I also have Aquarius here. Okay. All right. Well, that's all that's telling me. So let's move forward and see. Yeah, it's a slow moving situation. Man, that just did not tell me what I was looking for, though. That didn't tell me what I was looking for. Hang on. Okay. Let me try to dig a little bit deeper into this. Let me get a better read on this person's energy and a better read on the situation. I'm going to mix a little bit more intention into this spread than I normally do. A little bit more intention because I want to see a little bit more action and a little bit more of the dynamics of the situation. That didn't fucking tell me much. All right. Okay. See, the Queen of Cups reversed again. Okay. So they are very sure that you're not interested in them. So they may be a little bit afraid to come forward because they don't see any signs from you that you're interested. So they don't want to embarrass themselves and feel stupid. Seven of Swords. Yeah, World card reversed. Okay. So how is this coming about then? How is this coming about? This kind of, you know what this kind of feels like to me? This feels like a situation that's going to eventually kind of end up happening by accident, because I feel like this person's holding back, and they've been holding back for a while. And I know I hate to always use the workplace example, but God damn it, there's pinnacles all over the table, and it's just the easiest way for me to explain it. What I want you to do is just feel the energy behind the situation I'm explaining, and you can apply that energy to any situation. But like say for example, again, somebody at the workplace, and they're holding back because they don't see any signs from you that you're actually interested, and something ends up happening to where the two of you are getting closer. Like maybe you start working next to each other every day for some reason, and you're getting closer, getting closer, getting closer, and then maybe you friend request them on Facebook or something like that, and it is going to kind of, it's something that's going to kind of flow together naturally but slowly, if that makes any sense. But this person though is not being 100% transparent with you. That's the only thing that kind of worries me a little bit. Not being 100% transparent with you, and I think it's going to be this is going to be very unexpected. Okay. Man, that was kind of confusing, wasn't it? Sorry, that's what came through. All right. Well, fuck it. Let's just look at the outcome then. Let's look at the outcome. Will it turn out to be successful or not? Three of Pentacles. Look, see, this is why I say it's a workplace type of relationship. All right. Two more. Nine of Pentacles. Queen of Swords reversed. Kind of feel like this person's getting on your nerves a little bit. You might back away from this and decide not to go with this. Yeah, because I'm feeling like you're interested in somebody else. Anyways. Yep, Two of Cups reversed. Now I'm kind of feeling like you're turning this person down for somebody else, honestly. It's like this almost gets up off the ground, but it doesn't. It doesn't go as far as it's supposed to. I think you got your eye on somebody totally different. And yeah, you're not even giving this person a chance. I don't even think you're going to give them a chance. I don't think you will. Yeah, I don't think you will. Okay. Well, we got to get the advice then. Could be a Sagittarius, by the way. Who do I got here? I got Aquarius, Sagittarius, and that's it. Okay, let's get the advice then. This one does need advice. This one does need some advice. What's the advice? Knight of Cups reversed. Five of Cups, though. Three of Pentacles, King of Pentacles reversed. Well, I hate to tell you to jump into a relationship that you're not even feeling. I hate to tell you that. You know what? I'll meet you in the middle. And I don't care who you are. I don't care if you're a Gemini, cross watcher, or just random fucking person watching my video for whatever your own little weird reason is. At any given time, practice this. Especially when something is happening that you're not sure why it's happening. I don't care if somebody's trying to make their way into your life. I don't care what it is. Always take a step back and say, okay, universe, why are you doing this? Or, okay, higher self, why are we doing this? Why are we manifesting this? What's the purpose of this? Because there's always a reason. Nothing ever happens for no reason, ever. Now, you don't want to be so quick to judge the situation, because most of the time we're not going to have a clue why it's happening until after it's done and looking back. But just always approach any situation in your life with the mentality that it's happening for a reason. Okay. This requires some mind mastery because we humans, we get so caught up in our feelings. We get so caught up in our own desires. We get so wrapped up in what we want to happen and the way we want it to happen and how we think it should be and whatnot. And I get it. I get it. I'm a human too. So trust me, I understand. However, it takes a little bit of mind mastery and a little bit of self mastery, but sometimes practice stepping back saying, okay, well, what's the universe trying to do here? What's the purpose of this? Let me just go with the flow and see where this wants to go. You got to be careful though. Got to be careful. Don't try too hard to control the situation. You got to practice that little dance. A balance. It's a balance between controlling the situation and going with the flow. That's a big part of the path in developing a relationship with the universe. When do I dig in and start taking control? And when do I let go and go with the flow? Because we don't want to be too far on one side or the other. We don't want to try too hard to control everything, but we also don't want to just be a dead piece of fucking driftwood. You know what I mean? So I would recommend carefully seeing where this is trying to take you, giving it a little bit of a chance. And if after a while you just straight up ain't fucking feeling it, I can't tell you to jump into a relationship that you're not feeling. I mean, give it a chance to see if there's some potential. That's all I'm going to say about that. That's all I'm going to say about that. All right. Hopefully you can take that and apply it and make it work somehow. Okay. All righty. Who's next? I guess singles. I think it's what I was doing on the other ones, wasn't it? Is that what I did for Aries and Taurus? Singles last? I think so. Singles. Let's just get a general outline between Gemini, single Geminis, and their love interest, whoever this person is, taking up space in their mind. Whoever this is, living in your head rent-free. Empress, though. Hang on. Not ready yet. All right, last one. Death card. Empress and the Death card. That's weird. Very strange. Lover's card reversed. Oh, man. You know what? Okay. Yeah. Okay. All right. So I do think there a connection is going to form out of this. But I don't look. Okay, so first of all, Queen of Cups upright, King of Cups reversed, right next to each other, right next to the Lover's card in the reverse. So I don't think this connection is felt mutually. I don't know if this person is putting the energy into this connection that you are. So it looks very surface level and superficial. 10 of Pentacles there. So a lot of tension is building between the two of you. Whole lot of tension. And it's only a matter of time. Especially this comes together during retrograde season. It's bound to pop off into some drama. Bound to. And then there's that Two of Wands there, leaving you at a crossroads. as to whether or not you should stay or go. Okay, that's interesting. Could be another Gemini for some of you. Also have Scorpio and Taurus here. Well, let's see how this person's feeling about you then, man. Let's just see. See how this person's feeling. Eight of Wands. Okay, so I think this person's kind of secretive. They're not really opening up to you. A lot of things that they're keeping to themselves. There's a side of them that they're not showing you. Yeah, oh yeah. There's a side of this person they're not showing you. And whenever somebody's like that, whenever somebody acts like that, it's really easy for them to start getting paranoid because they're afraid you're going to catch them. So then this tension starts to kind of build and they're nervous and they're paranoid and whatnot, because they're afraid that you're going to find out. They're afraid. I don't know what it is. I don't know if this is some big, big, big secret or if they're just not really fully letting you in on who they are. I feel like this person wishy-washy as hell, man. They don't know what they want. They don't know how they feel. This person feels lost in life. This person feels look at this wishy-washy ass shit right here. Look at that. That's some wishy-washy shit, boy. They don't know what they want in life. They don't know what they want in love. Probably ain't got no goals. They may be struggling financially. Okay. So I have the whole water element here. It could be a Pisces, Cancer, or a Scorpio. Look at that. That's all the major arcana I have here is the whole water element. Okay. Well, so I feel like you are going to be put at a crossroads. Should I stay or should I go? So I'm going to jump straight into the advice on this one. Fool card. Actually, that didn't feel right. I'm going to put that back in the deck. If it's meant to come out, it'll come back out. All right. Okay. What's the advice on that then? What's the advice? Six of Pentacles reversed. You got to make sure there's equal give and take, dude. Got to make sure there's equal give and take. Don't do too much. Don't do too little. Whatever it is that you're giving out, be sure it's being reciprocated. Or at least the energy and the effort. Okay, because whenever we're in a relationship, no, we're not going to be both doing equal parts. But the energy, I'm going to match the same amount of energy and emotion that you are. I'm going to be doing it in different ways. We're not going to be exactly equal in what we're doing and the part we're playing and the role we're playing. But the energy, effort, and love that you're putting into it, I'm going to match. Does that make sense? Yep. Okay. Yep. Okay. There has to be and trust. There has to be trust here too. Man, I can't tell you how many readings I do. How many readings I do where people are just talking about, I don't trust them. I don't trust them. Should I continue to work on this? And it's like, if you don't trust them, it doesn't matter why you don't trust them. That lack of trust will, not might, not could, will destroy the connection one of these days. One of these days, just a matter of time. It's not if, it's when. If there's a lack of trust there on either end, no matter why, doesn't matter if you're actually picking up on something that they're doing wrong or if you're just paranoid and insecure, it does not matter. That energy will destroy the connection. So if you're starting to feel a little bit off, like where you really where you said you was last night, I don't know if I believe that. You find yourself wanting to go through their phone. Every time you hear their phone go off in their pocket, you just don't trust it. That energy will destroy the connection. So if you're feeling that, you either get to the bottom of that now or hang it up. One of the two. You got to do something about that. Got to do something about that. All right. Freestyle advice. Whatever random advice Gemini needs to hear the most. Whatever random advice Gemini needs to hear the most about anything. Doesn't matter what it is. Woo, the moon card. Okay. All right. Oh, man. Okay. You're going to have to be patient when you're going through a period of change. You're going to have to be patient with that. I think when are we going to make this mainstream? When are we going to make this mainstream common sense? This needs to be taught in schools. This needs to be mainstream common knowledge. Whatever situation you put yourself in, your brain will adapt to it. That's not Rich Lopp's opinion. That is stone cold, rock solid neuroscience. It doesn't matter what it is. Have you ever heard of somebody who did like 20 years in prison and they didn't want to get out? They got out and they didn't like it. They want to go back because their brain is wired to that, and that is their new comfort zone. Why do you think there are people out there who will leave healthy relationships or like if they find themselves in a healthy relationship, they'll do everything they can to make it toxic because that's all they've ever known. All they've ever been in is toxic relationships. They may have had nothing but toxic connections with their family their whole life. So that's all they've known. They feel safe and comfortable in a toxic relationship because that is their comfort zone. Does not matter what type of situation it is. Whatever situation you put yourself in, whatever situation you find yourself in, eventually your brain will wire itself to that routine and it will become comfortable. It doesn't matter if it's changing your diet or going to the gym or setting your alarm clock at a different time in the morning. Whatever it is that you force yourself to do, you're writing new connections in your brain and it takes time. Envision the best version of yourself. Envision that person. What do they look like? What do they walk like? What do they talk like? What do they think like? What are some beliefs that they have? What's their persona look like? Step into the role of that person and don't break character. Ever. Ever. And eventually, your brain will configure itself and you will literally become that person. I'll never forget when I decided I'm going to be a successful, self-employed entrepreneur. I had just moved to a new town where nobody knew me. Nobody knew me. So I stepped into and assumed the role of a successful freelance entrepreneur. And it was so fucking uncomfortable and weird, but nobody knew the difference. Nobody knew. They didn't know me. They didn't know anything about me. So it was only uncomfortable in my skin. It was only uncomfortable in my own mind. I never broke character. That was in May of 2017. 2019, I made my first six figures. Step into the role of whoever it is that you want to be and refuse to break character. Now, what this does too, over time, this is causing a frequency change. As your brain begins to unwire its old thought patterns and emotion patterns and starts rewiring new ways of thinking, you're making a frequency change. You are tuning into a different reality because your brain is reconfiguring itself. It takes time, months and months and months and months and months. It's not fun. It sucks. It's very uncomfortable. It's very nerve-wracking. It's very scary. But here's the question. Would I rather go through the pain and the discomfort of change, which is not permanent, it's temporary, or would I rather go through the pain and the discomfort of staying in the same spot, which is permanent? If I step outside of my comfort zone, that discomfort is temporary. It'll eventually become comfortable. But if I stay in the same spot, this discomfort of spinning in the same circles and being ashamed of myself and kicking myself in the ass, that is permanent. All right. I feel like those were the messages that my Gemini friends needed to hear. So I'm going to go ahead and end this video here. Thank you all for tuning in and playing along once again. I greatly appreciate all the love, support, and positive feedback y'all still be showing me every time I get on here and do this. Makes my job worthwhile here on YouTube, y'all. I greatly appreciate you. Don't forget to check the description of this video if you would like to find out how to schedule a personal reading, purchase the tarot course, follow my social media, or follow me over there on High Vibe TV, where there's a manifestation series that's going to be coming out here real soon. It's all in the description, y'all. I'm out of here now. I wish you love, luck, light, and prosperity on your journey. Y'all stay blessed.